Welcome back to Wazaday, where our Waz today is Robot War, a 1981 release running here on the Apple II Plus in Virtual 2. From Muse International, I believe. Or Muse Software. It's Robot War by Silas Warner. We can press return to begin. What do you want to do now? You want to start a robot battle? You want to assemble or test a robot? You want to edit robot source code? You want to switch sound on or off? You can make robot storage disks. You can exit to AppleSoft Basic, or you can schedule an automatic match or run a scheduled match. Let's start a robot battle. Let's get right into it. This is a educational programming game. I believe originally developed for the Play-Doh system in the 1970s. Moby Games has the original date as 1977, and then this one is the 1981 Apple II port. We got these robots preloaded on the disk here. We can hit space to move. Let's get this guy in here. Let's do the top few robots. Bottom random. Maybe scanner. What do you think? Press escape to begin. Get into some robot war here. So the premise is that you can program these robots. Let's press return to start. You program their behavior and try to make the best overall robot. So you could, compete against these preloaded robots, or make your own, compete with friends, compete with your local computer club. On the Play-Doh system, you could probably compete with everybody else on the Play-Doh mainframe, I guess. I don't know. There's a book about Play-Doh called Friendly Orange Glow, I believe that's supposed to be good. Keep meaning to check it out. So you can see bottom's behavior is to seek for the bottom of the screen and then start going back and forth and blasting. Random is probably doing some random behavior. Scanner is probably doing some scanning behavior. Let's see who wins. If you get 100% damage, you're out. Also, I believe Computer Gaming World for several years ran competitions for this game where you could, write in with your robot source code, and they would compile all the robots, put them in tournaments, and then announce who had the winner, the best overall robot out of all the tournaments they ran. Then they also published discs that had the winners for several years. I tried to find some of those discs. I found a Flux disc image, actually, of one of them. It was only side B, and when I converted it to a WAS using applesauce, I couldn't get anything out of it. So maybe somebody else will have some better luck with that. I'm not sure, but I couldn't find any good dumps of those discs. Maybe there's some out there. It looks like Scanner's coming in. Oh no. I was about to say Scanner's coming in best, but might see an upset here. Who do you think is going to win? Place your bets below. It's a little bit hard to distinguish Random and Scanner because they both have the same-ish shape. I think Scanner's over in the bottom left corner though. Yeah. Oh, Random is a loser. Okay. All right, we're down to 2. We're gonna see this all the way to the end. Oh, Scanner wins. Okay. Changing the scores. Okay. So that's the robot war, as it were. Let's pull back the curtain now and check out what these robots are doing. So let's go right in and try to edit some robot source code and see, what these programs look like. They're kind of like almost a basic language. So this is it has its own bespoke text editor. There's a manual for this game that has thankfully been scanned. I'll link to that in the description below. I can hit Control L to load from disk here. So let's load up one of those that was competing. So this one just goes to the bottom, and then it goes back and forth and shoots. So let's see what the source code is. So it's got comments. So set score to 0, robot bottom. Move to the bottom of the battlefield. I can hit slash to go down and return to go up. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm not really gonna edit anything here, I don't think, today. So you can see here, it's like setting 250 into a variable there, and if y is less than 240, go to bottom. So it's gonna loop there. So it's setting the speed, and then checking the position, and just looping that. And then if it exceeds it, it sets it back to 0. So that's the speed y. Okay. So that's the vertical speed, I'm guessing. All the actual stuff is in the manual, so if you need all that, you can do that. And then it'll go to this move left routine, where it'll set -100 to the horizontal speed, and then go to this scan subroutine, which is the search and shoot routine. So it'll run that search and shoot routine. So I'm guessing end sub will jump it back to where the go sub left off. So if x is 0, it'll go to move left. And if not, it'll fall through execute to move right, which has a similar routine, which will loop it back to move left if we reach the right of the screen. So you can see how everything works there. Let's see how we can get out of here. Let's see. Will escape get us out? No. Escape and return will get us to the top of the page. You know what? Let's okay, we can hit escape, control Q. Do we need to hold down escape? Yes. Okay. Get back to the menu with escape and control Q, everybody's favorite keyboard combination. Let's hit 2 and go into assemble or test a robot, I believe. So we can assemble a robot from source code, or we can load an assembled robot. I actually had a problem with this game. If I tried it in a 2E in Virtual 2, I had problems with the assembler and loading. I'm not sure what the issue was, so I'm running in a 2+ here where everything seems to work. Let's go ahead and load an assembled robot. We've already got an assembled version of that. We don't need to actually run the assembler. Let's look at the one that we just did the source code for, and let's execute it on the test bench, which is quite cool. Hit 2. So you can see it's going to run in real time here. We can set the speed up 0 to 9. Hit 0. So I think it's running at 9 initially. So you can see all the registers here as it were, and what they're doing as each statement executes. And this is actually kind of a cool debugger to me. I mean, this is a nice. You want like a second screen, just always running matrix style. You can set this on the monitor. Set it like this though, so it looks cooler. But you can also space the step through. You want to do step execution. G to hit. T for trace. Name register to trace. Speed Y. Return to run. Let's hit T and then do speed X. Hit return to run. Hit 9. Speed X is staying at 100 there. I don't know if that's expected. R sets radar. Oh, okay, so radar will trigger. Okay. Okay. All right, so that's the test bench. Let's hit escape. And so you can put it on the battlefield, or you can assemble or test another robot. You can exit to the main index. So also, once you've assembled a bunch of robots, you can schedule an automatic match, which is like if you want to test a whole bunch of robots against each other, like I would assume the Computer Gaming World editors were doing. If you want to run multiple robot battles in sequence, you can schedule automatic matches, and then also get the scores at the end of that, and then run schedule matches to do that. And I think it just goes into a demo mode here at the menu if you don't press anything for a while. So I think that's what it's doing now. Let's watch another robot war here, and then that might do it for me, because I don't know if I really want to program any robots from scratch here. But you can see how this would be fun to learn programming with. We got scanner, corner 1, mover, and tracker 2. Press return to begin. Who do you think is going to win? You can kind of tell the behavior from the robot names. I'm going to guess corner 1 is going to go to a corner. Scanner seems like they sit and scan, maybe. Mover probably moves around and scans. Tracker 2 is probably trying to track a robot, I'm guessing. I do wonder, if I put in one of those Computer Gaming World winners from one year, what would happen against these stock robots. Also, not sure, with the nature of these discs, like if all of these were on the stock retail disc or if some of these were saved back to whatever disc happened to be dumped for this. So I don't really know, you know, which ones were original. Maybe if somebody had another copy of this, then they've compared it to see. And if you know, feel free to comment below. But yeah, there's always a possibility with some of these because it will save the robots right back to the same disk if you want it to. Especially with all the assembling and so on that it needs to do. Corner 1, already a loser. I think there is some kind of time limit as well, but I'm not sure how long it is. I don't know if we're gonna get this into a stalemate here. Looks like Tracker 2 is not gonna make it here. Mover is doing a little bit better. Maybe this will be my new Twitch gambling channel, Robot War. I mean, that wouldn't be too bad, right? You can have everybody submit their own Robot War source code entries and then just run them live on Twitch. Proposing all sorts of dangerous ideas here today. Let's see who wins. Oh no, Mover is really, man, Mover is going for it. Scanner's just sitting there. Let's see. Mover. It might not work out for Mover though. The sit and scan might work. Seems to be working out so far. Oh, it looks like there's some like splash damage there. Get some pro Robot War play-by-play narrators going. Oh man, this is a poor strategy right now because they're just. See, is Mover going to be able to pull it back? I don't think so. I kind of wonder what Mover's logic is now. Because they really went for it there, and then they just got beat back a little bit, it seems like, and now they're just over here nursing their wounds. So maybe they have some logic that, like, once they're over a damage threshold, they stop moving. It seems like it. Or they maybe, like, at a damage threshold, they go away and stop moving. Seems like we're in a stalemate here, though. So I'm gonna check out the source code for Mover, and then we'll see. That might do it for me. But I'm curious now. Let's check out the source code for Mover, based on what we saw. Gotta wait for it to change the scores here. No winner. Press return. Sometimes there's no winners in a Robot War. You hate to see it. Let's edit robot source code and Control L Mover. Hopefully they have the source for Mover. I don't know if they had the source for all of them. Let's see, Mover. Yeah, they do have the source for Mover. Jerk there. Let's see here. Initialize random number. Save current damage. So it is looking at the damage. Check damage. Go move if damaged. Okay, yeah. So there is some kind of like go run and hide. Random place to go. Travel to new location. Okay. So maybe he just got stuck in a loop there. So that's the source for Mover. If you want to debug it yourself. But I think that's going to do it here for me with Robot War for Wazaday. And if you like early programming games for the Apple II like this, then go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow for our next Wazaday.